The fact that the realms were framed by the Word of God means that what we see was not made out of things which are visible. There was no misalignment or confusion in creation until the civil war that rocked heaven. This war was what really caused or brought schism or division in the spirit realm, and by extension, the physical realm or world. Considering that the physical world is an offshoot of the spirit realm, humans automatically became stakeholders in the war that started in heaven. This has resulted in this earth becoming a theater of a billion wars. This simply means that every war or conflict that has ever been fought or prosecuted on the planet, be it between nations, be it in families, be it between groups, was orchestrated from the spirit realm. We as humans may have our reasons, our own reasons for fighting. However, the reality is that there are always spiritual reasons for every conflict and war. Things are merely just playing out in the physical world. One spiritual reason for war and conflict is to take away peace and tranquility from a place. In any atmosphere devoid of peace and tranquility, all kinds of evil spirits have a field day, usually, as they are able to operate more freely. This is why whenever and wherever there is war, there is killing, there is rape, there is hatred, there is looting, there is revenge, there is stealing, there is cheating, there is abuse, there is lying, there is suffering, there are cover-ups, and there are outbreaks of all sorts of diseases. War simply leads to destruction. Christians should therefore be the last people to call for war wherever they are. This was why Paul, the apostle, wrote to Philippians in Philippians chapter 4, verses 8 and 9. I read, "Finally, brethren, whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are of good report, if there be any virtue, and if there be any praise, think on these things. Those things which ye have both learned and received and heard and seen in me, do, and the God of peace shall be with you. The war that started in the spirit world still continues, for your information. This is usually between the forces loyal to God and those opposed to Him. An example of what goes on in the spirit realm as regards spiritual warfare is found in the book of Daniel, chapter 10, verses 12, 13, and 14. This was when an elect angel sent from heaven to prophet Daniel was arrested and detained for 21 days by fallen angels. This was to put more pressure on Daniel, a man of God who was interceding for Israel, a nation in captivity at that time. This was about 2,600 years ago. Surprisingly, most humans do not adequately or directly understand that they are connected to or are stakeholders in the spirit world. All humans need to know that even though their bodies are matter, they also have spirits which are registered, known, and whose fates are determined from the spirit world as a result of their own decisions and choices. The two opposing sides that we see in the natural, that is, light and darkness, day and night, right and wrong, good and evil, or godly and ungodly, are mere physical expressions of happenings in the spirit world. As earlier indicated, in the spirit realm, elect angels and fallen angels are always at each other's throats. This simply reflects the battles between good and evil raging on earth. The spirit realm or world remains the natural habitat of all spirits. However, humans will only become full-fledged citizens of the spirit world when they die and leave their physical bodies. The lowest part of the spirit world is hell, while the highest part is heaven. Whereas holy angels have access to all parts of the spirit realm, fallen angels have no access to the highest part, which is heaven. The condition or fate of each spirit is determined by whether or not these spirits love God. Considering that the physical world is below or subordinate to the spirit world, spirits rule over this physical realm. Sadly, over 90% of the earth's human inhabitants are under the rule of fallen spirits, and they don't even know. This is despite their membership of all sorts of religions or spiritual organizations. The eternal fate of each human depends on their love for God and their loyalty to God. That is, to the only true God, that is, the Almighty, whom Jesus of Nazareth came to the world to introduce to mankind. Thank you for the concluding part of this series. Please watch out. God bless you mightily. And I implore you that if you have not subscribed to this channel, kindly do so and press the notification bell. God bless you mightily, and thank you.